Hey guys, Deronda here with Foods 101. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this lemon pound cake loaf. Absolutely moist, delicious, and very simple to make. The ingredients you're going to need is 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1/2 cup of butter, 1 stick or 8 tablespoons at room temperature, 2 large eggs at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of pure lemon extract, and 1 lemon. We're going to zest our lemon, the skin of the lemon, and we're going to use the fresh lemon juice and 3/4 cups of powdered sugar to make the glaze. Add your dry ingredients to a medium mixing bowl with your baking soda and your salt. With a whisk, we're going to whisk these 3 ingredients until they're well incorporated, and then we can set this off to the side. In a medium mixing bowl, I'm going to add my butter. You want your butter at room temperature, and I went ahead and sliced my butter down the middle, and I'm making these little cubes. It makes it a lot easier to mix together. My butter isn't as soft as I want it, so I'm going to put this in the microwave on defrost for about 10-15 seconds. And yes, I said defrost. See how nice and soft that made it? That's what you're looking for. Add that 1 cup of sugar with a hand mixer. Beat this until it's nice and fluffy. And looking like this. This took about 30 seconds. Add 1 egg at a time. Beat this in until you can no longer see the yolk. That took about 30 seconds. Next, we're going to add the second egg. Add your lemon extract and your vanilla extract. Beat this until it's light and fluffy, about 30 seconds. Straight down the sides of the bowl as you go. This took about 1 minute. It's time to zest our lemon. I'm going to use a microplane, and I've cleaned my lemon really well. We just want to get the yellow part. You want to stay away from the white because that is your bitter part. We're looking for about a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest for our batter here. All right, and that looks perfect. Put this in. Add all your sour cream. We're going to mix this in till it's well incorporated. And be sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl as you go. Beat in 1/3 of our flour mixture with that salt and that baking soda. Start on low, and you may just want to whisk it into your batter there so you won't end up getting a flour shower. And you just want to mix it until you can no longer see the flour. And looking like this, we're going to add another 1/3 of our flour. And I like mixing my flour into my batter so the flour won't go flying everywhere. And again, we're going to mix it in until we can no longer see the flour. And looking like this, and we're going to add that remaining flour, mix it in well. And looking like this. Now this is ready for its loaf pan. I've greased and floured an 8-inch by 4-inch porcelain baking pan, but any baking pan will do. I'm going to spoon in my batter. At this point, you want your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Just work it from corner to corner so you'll have a evenly distributed pound cake. Once it bakes, you just want to kind of push it down in there so you won't have any air bubbles. Tap it. That way it'll get rid of all those air bubbles. This is off to that preheated oven on the middle rack for the next 40 to 45 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Use your timer and no peeking. Lemon pound cake has baked. I'm going to let it cool down here in its pan for 5 minutes, and I'll be back to get it out. My 5 minutes are up, and I've got a knife that I just like going around the edge just to ensure that it is loosened and ready to come out of our loaf pan. This pan's still a little warm, so I'm using a hot pad, and it pops right out. And look how beautiful that is, and it smells so absolutely fantastic. I'm going to let it cool here on the cooling rack for an additional 30 minutes. And then we'll be back to glaze it. I'm going to set my lemon pound cake off to the side while I continue zesting my lemon. Avoid the white. The white is going to make it a little bitter, so that's what you want to avoid. That looks perfect. Put it into our powdered sugar. Okay, you may need to help it along with a knife. Cut that lemon in half. I'm going to go in here, loosen up the pulp a little bit. Squeeze my lemon directly into my powdered sugar. You can use a sieve. It'll help catch these seeds that are going to pop out. With a whisk, we're going to start incorporating these ingredients. I see I got a little bit of the lemon pulp in there. Oh, this is going to be so yummy over the top of that lemon pound cake. And it smells so delicious. Back with our lemon pound cake, and boy does it smell good. I'm going to add a piece of parchment paper here at the bottom before I add my glaze, and I'm going to just spoon it over. That parchment paper is going to help catch the glaze as it runs down the side of the pound cake, and it makes cleanup much easier. And the lemon zest and the lemon juice in this glaze is just fabulous. We're gonna let this sit up for another 30 minutes and I'll be back to try it and tell you what it tastes like. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this. I'm gonna remove it off its cooling rack. It's still slightly warm, but I think we're gonna be okay. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. And by the way, I'm using a serrated knife with those little teeth on the end. That'll give you a lovely, nice little cut. And oh my goodness. And it smells so fantastic. All right, I cut it about 3/4 of an inch thick. And looky here at this slice. And look at the frosting on the top. Oh, let's give it a try. Look how moist it is. Wow. Still lovely and warm. So moist. And look at it just spring right back. That glaze on the top with that lemon zest and that lemon juice. Makes it so addictive. You won't go wrong. Hey, I'm Geronda with Foods 101. Give me thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching, y'all. Stay safe, and I'll catch you lovely people later.